Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Eric Recker with me today, and we are talking about dusting off those running shoes and joining this race that the Bristol Morning Rotary is planned.
That's right. So September 3rd, Saturday morning, September 3rd at 9 o'clock, we're putting on our 12th annual Summer's In 5K. This is the Bristol Morning Rotary Club that I'm a member of. And big thing this year, we're adding a 10K option. And so we've got a new course that's a little flatter and faster than the course we've used in the past. We're incorporating the West Davis Greenway down there on Beaver Creek. It's all downtown. Starts and ends at Anderson Park, but folks can come out and run a 5K, or they can run the loop twice and make it a 10K. There aren't a whole lot of 10Ks in the area anymore, so we were wanting to add that to give some runners some options. And then we also have the Kids Mile, where the kids will come out and run a mile, and that's usually pretty fun. They get excited about that.
That is fun, and that's coming up September 3rd.
Correct, yeah.
And what time does it start in the morning?
Yeah, it's all at 9 o'clock. That's Saturday before Labor Day, downtown at Anderson Park.
That's great. And if you're interested in running, where should they go to sign up?
There are two ways you can register. If you go to werunevents.com, that is those are the folks who do our electronic timing, and there's a link on their website where you can register online, or you can print out a registration form and mail it in. You can also go to runtricities.org. That's the State of Franklin Track Club's website, and they also have links to register online or print out the form.
Okay, and how much is it to register?
If you register early, it's $25 to run the 5K or the 10K, and $15 for the Kids Mile. If you register the day of the race, price goes up $5.
Wow, well, so you need to get online right now and register and help out the Rotary. Where does this money go towards?
Well, our Rotary Club for years has supported local youth charities, and so all the proceeds from this race go to local youth charities like the Boys and Girls Club, Girls Inc., Rivers Way, Bristol Youth Leadership, which is a program through the Chamber of Commerce, and then the community resource centers with both Bristol, Tennessee and Bristol, Virginia Public Schools.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing all of this information, and hopefully we'll see a lot of people out there. I'm sure we will. It's a great weekend to have something like this.
Great. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Chase Pinnell with me today from Tri-Pride. This is exciting to have you on the show. It's great to meet you. Haven't met you before, so tell us all about this event.
Well, thank you. We're glad to finally be in Bristol after almost 3 years. COVID-19 pandemic has shut us down time and time again. So we are happy to have a parade and festival in downtown Bristol.
So tell me a little bit about the festival and the times and the dates and that type of thing.
So our parade will go down State Street starting at 11 o'clock, and then we will culminate in Cumberland Square Park beginning at 12 for our festival. We have a full entertainment lineup, about 7 hours of local performers and musicians and comedians.
Oh wow, so how do you orchestrate all this? You must be really busy.
We are all very busy. We have an executive board and a board of 15 people, and then we use about 150 volunteers day of.
Wow, and where do you go if you want to find out more about this event?
TriPrideTN.org is definitely the best place to check. You can grab your free ticket, check out the entertainment lineup, and we have a whole week of Pride events leading up to the festival that are free to the community and the public.
So anyone can come, just show up, watch the parade, and then head out over to the park and hear some really good music.
Absolutely.
What are some of the highlights?
This year we have Tyler Stevens. He is an LGBTQ+ country music artist out of Nashville joining us. We have A.B. Farley from NBC's This Is Us joining us as our MC and host. 10 local drag performers, and a slate of musicians throughout the day.
Gosh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, does this cost anything?
It is not. It is free to attend. You do need a free ticket, however, and you can grab that on our website, TriPrideTN.org, or you can grab it at the gate the day of. We'll have plenty of volunteers handing them out.
Now, how long have you been involved in this?
I have been on the board for about 8 months.
Okay, wow. I was going to say, have you started this? Because you really sound like you know what you're talking about.
No, our president currently has been on the board since its inception.
Okay, so that's great. So you've just dove right in there.
We do dive right in, yeah, absolutely. So it's been a great time, and we're happy to bring Pride to Bristol.
That's exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for watching. We will be back. Stay with us. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Angela Crane and Matthew Johnson with me today, and we're talking about the Heritage Festival. Tell us a little bit about this festival.
Absolutely. This is a annual event, and we're back after a 2-year hiatus. We're so excited. We've taken a different angle this year. It's a little more focused on arts and crafts and more of the artisan-based items as opposed to resale items. We're super excited. It's August 27th. And we got a lot of excitement. We have a lot of folks interested. And even this morning, we had some folks paying their fees and dropping off their forms and everything. So
that's great. Now, how long has this festival been going on?
It's actually been going on since around 2014.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's definitely great to see it back. Now, Angela, tell me a little bit more about the dates and the times and how the setup works.
Well, it's August the 27th, and it's from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Only on one day, but we're excited because we have the food, we have the music, we have the craft vendors, and we're also going to have the Deary Inn and the Anderson Townhouse, which has the Ralph Blizzard Museum open during the festival for people to tour.
And where do we go for this festival?
Sure. It's in historic Blumpville, right in front of the courthouse on Main Street, Highway 126.
Which will be really beautiful.
It will be.
And if somebody still wants to sign up and kind of get involved and set up a stand, how do you go about doing that?
Yeah, just give us a call. It's probably the easiest way, 423-323-4660.
And is there a cost to that?
There's a $25 registration fee, but they get a 12 by 12 space.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So in the past, I'm sure you've had a great attendance, especially when it's on like a nice sunny day. And I hope you get that again this year. It sounds exciting. Now, what about the proceeds from this?
Those actually go toward the, we have a special account for our archives department.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so that helps with acid-free boxes, folders, things of that nature. So all those proceeds will go toward that.
What are some of the vendors that we can expect to see?
We have a gentleman today, his name was Hillbilly Ben. He actually does a lot of leather workings and Bible covers, knife holsters, firearm holsters, things of that nature. Honey, we have some craftsmen from there, and just all kinds of folks. Earrings, clay earrings, things of that nature. It's just really exciting. It's
every kind of talented person in this area. It's always great when you go to festivals like this because truly we have some amazing people that live here and have just incredible talents.
We really do. And that's the point, to showcase it, so we're excited.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Anything y'all want to add?
No, just come on out, have a good time.
All righty, we're marking our calendars. Thank you for being on, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Fire Robin with me today. And this is exciting. We're talking about the photography contest, and this rolls around once a year, and it is very popular.
We found it to be true. This is actually the 16th year that we've done the photography contest, and it's in conjunction with Wildlife Weekend. It's actually the 25th anniversary of Wildlife Weekend, which is sort of a mini naturalist rally at the park. That will be held in October 7th and 8th. But the photography contest, we're accepting submissions now. The submissions end on September 16th. So if you're interested in participating, you need to get your pictures to us by September 16th.
And can you enter more than one?
You can. It's open only to amateur photographers. We recognize that we have a lot of very talented professional photographers, but this is to try and engage the public more. And we have both a youth division and an adult division. Each photographer can enter up to 10 photos, digital photos. We do have a $10 fee for participating, and that's just to help us cover some of the costs of conducting the contest. But we encourage folks who like the park, who go out, and we know a lot of people take great pictures of things happening in the park, and we want to encourage people to participate.
That's great. And then do you unveil the winners that weekend?
One other aspect of the photographs, we do ask that photographs that are used are, number one, taken in the park, because obviously that's what our interest is, and also on the natural aspects of the park. Now, it doesn't mean that there can't be people or other features, but we do want to emphasize the natural beauty of the park. We do select winners. We have 2 professional photographers who do the judging. That will happen before Wildlife Weekend, and then we will unveil the winners at Wildlife Weekend. Those who win awards, which include some cash prizes as well as honorable mentions, will have their photographs enlarged and printed and will be on display at the Nature Center for the following year.
That's great. I just love this contest. I think it gives people a real chance to get out there and get creative, and of course it's in one of our most beautiful places here in Bristol.
Yes, that's our goal, is to get people out to enjoy the park and to show off the beauty of the park and just the fascinating aspects of the natural beauty of the park.
That's great. Well, thank you. We'll make sure you get online. Did we say the website?
It's www.friendsofsteelcreek, all one word, .org.
Okay, so you know where to go to
Yes.
To participate and submit your 10. You get up to 10 photos, which is nice too.
That's correct. Yep.
Sometimes it's hard to choose. You have all these great photos, and you're like, I don't know, is it this one or this
Yes,
one?
and the judges have a hard time choosing.
I bet.
when they go to make selections. I'm always with them when they make those final deliberations, and they take it seriously, and it's a tough job that they have.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
And don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Inside Bristol. I'm your host, Sheridan Nichols, and I've got Taylor Harmon with me today, and we're talking about 2 things, the doggy swim and the Nerf gun war. I don't know which one sounds better. They're just amazing events, both of them. Which one should we start with?
Probably doggy swim. That's one that it's been going on the longest, and it's always a community favorite.
So now that's coming up, and that kind of closes down the pool, correct?
Yes. So that starts the day after Labor Day. So the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, it'll be from 5 to 7 o'clock, and then we'll do it that Saturday on the 10th from 10 to 1.
Oh, how exciting. And how many dogs show up for this?
It's usually a packed house, and it's always for some of my lifeguards that have been dealing with children all summer long. For me, it's always one of my favorite events because it's a little change of pace, you know. It's not every day you get to go to work and throw a tennis ball in the pool and watch the dogs jump in after it. So it's a great time. It's $2 at the gate per dog. The adults don't have to pay. The humans don't have to pay. The dogs, it's $2 per dog, and it's just a fun time to let your dog come out and run around with other dogs. We pretty much just turned Haynesville Pool into a dog park for a week, and we have a blast with it.
That's great. How many dogs typically show up?
We'll have anywhere from 30 to 40 every single day.
Wow.
And they're not all there at the same time. Most dogs, it's funny because, you know, kids will come in and they stay there all day long. These dogs are there for 10 to 15 minutes until they go in the grass and lay down and they're tired. So we'll have 30 to 40 there every single day, but not all at the same time.
That's great. Well, that's exciting. Well, that is coming up. So if you've got a dog at home that would love to go for a swim,
yes, come see us.
This is a great event. So now moving on to the Nerf gun war. How does this work?
This will be our 3rd one this year. Our first one was very successful, and we had almost 400 kids show up to play that time.
Wow.
And then our second one, we hit it right in the dead center of the heat. It was the hottest day of the year. And so we had some kids come out and play. We probably had about 100 kids that day. And this next one, we're just trying to give kids something to do right before we hit fall.
Yeah.
The weather's going to start turning a little cooler. So one last hurrah from Bristol, Tennessee Parks and Rec, and hopefully we get kids out and play. We get the Bristol, Tennessee Police Department involved. They send officers, so the officers are there playing and getting to know the kids. And so it's just another fun day at Steel Creek Park. It's a completely free event. They bring the Nerf equipment. We furnish the darts. So it's just a completely free event. Come hang out. It's right beside the splash pad there at Steel Creek Park. The $2 gate entry still applies. But it's just a day to come out. The parents, we set bleachers up. The parents hang out in the bleachers and just watch their kids have a blast for a couple hours.
Oh, how fun. Now, when is this?
This is on August 27th, and it's from 1 to 3 o'clock. Registration will start at 12, but the actual Nerf games will start from 1 to 3.
Now, do you get on teams, or is this just a solo mission?
So as you, when you register, you'll get a wristband that is colored, and so your team it's by age groups. We split them up into age groups,
Okay.
and your color per age group will decide your team.
Okay, perfect. Well, this sounds like a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun.
Do you get out there too?
I have been known to get out there and play a few games. So we have as much fun with this event as anybody does that comes. So it's one of those days, again, it's another day at work that really doesn't feel like work because you're out there just having a blast, and there's 100 kids running around having as much fun or more fun than we are. So it's a great day.
That's great. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on and sharing those two very cool events that we've got coming up. We appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.